Hey guys, and welcome into another The Haunting of Hill House reaction. Today, I'm scared because we are watching episodes 5 and 6, which based on some comments, some feedback, these are some fan favorite episodes that we're coming up on, and I don't know why. I don't know why. First of all, I'm hoping that this next episode is the Nell episode. I think it will be based on the title because it's called The Bent Neck Lady, and she made a comment to Luke in Luke's episode that she's haunted by this bent neck lady. I don't know what to expect from episode 6, but I'm very excited to get into Nell's episode. Gosh, I don't know why. I don't know. Is it a fan favorite because it's super emotional? Is it a fan favorite because it's the scariest and the most fun to watch reactions to? Is it a fan favorite just because it's done really well and ties stuff together? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out what the hype is about this next episode, this midpoint of the season. Of course, our last 2 episodes were Theodora and Luke. Theodora has come to be my favorite. I don't know if favorite character is the right way to put it, but she's the most interesting, intriguing character to me. I really enjoyed her episode, and then Luke is just like a devastating story to be told, but I'm excited because it ended off with him. He has this connection, the twin thing, this connection with Nell, and he could feel in his neck that, like, I don't know, I think, Nell's neck snapped and he could feel it too, like that ghost pain of Nell's. And he said at the end of the episode, like, he knows for sure that Nell did not kill herself. That's not how she died. I'm excited to see him explain himself, see what he knows, why he knows it. The twin thing is really interesting to me, and it looks like it's going to be really helpful for us going forward. With that being said, if you would like to watch along with the full episodes, my uncut reaction is available below on Patreon. I also have my Twitch linked below where I stream 3 to 4 times a week, and I also have my Letterboxd down there for any movie fans that want to see what I get up to behind the scenes. So yeah, with that being said, I'm scared. I guess it's time to get into episode 5, The Bent Neck Lady. Oh my god, it's hitting us with the intro right away. I've also seen the comments you guys have left about saying that there's like a bajillion ghosts in the background through the first night in the background of this show, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. Did she just move her legs? Oh, nope, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to squint at the background because it's scary, okay? It's scary, and I don't know what's about to happen ever, and I'm scared. Okay. It's just a shadow. It's just a trick of the lights. I have a theory about the bent neck lady. What if Nell is seeing herself because Luke has neck pain and because the mom made a comment about, bodies swinging in a certain spot in the house? I'm thinking that the way that Nell died was by being hung and like her neck breaking. So what if Nell is seeing like her future ghost self and what is going to become of her in the future? And what if that's why they showed us the shadow instead of us seeing the ghost, like, in all its glory just now?
Like a bent neck lady.
Well, that's a new one.
Exactly.
Now, right?
Wouldn't that make you believe your child more? Like, why would they say something like that? How would they even know to say something like that?
Won't you miss your brother?
The next
I'd
night.
rather sleep here.
I was trying to remember. I remember a past shot where there's a little girl sleeping on a couch and then there's a ghost hovering over her and the hair is hanging down and everything. Was that Nell? I can't remember who that was. Oh god, yeah, this was it. This is it. The hair is gonna be hanging down. No.
Do you ever see anything during these episodes?
Let me tell you.
Like what?
Girl, you know
People
what?
sometimes say they see things. Sleep paralysis is actually more common than you think, but it's completely harmless.
That would make
Which is
sense.
easy for the sleep tech to say, right?
That is a scary thing to experience. I've not experienced it, but my uncle has.
Your dreams may carry over.
A little spill.
Just
What's
like
that?
her dad said.
Just call me Arthur.
So what now, Arthur?
Wait, Arthur, is this her husband?
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah.
She thinks he's asking her out.
Are you asking me if I want to get coffee?
No.
No, I really
I
misread
was
that.
planning on waiting until the end of your visit to ask you out for coffee.
Yeah, that's him. Cute. Oh, what a cute little spot. Where I live, there's nothing like cute like that. Not a little lovey montage. The movies. Oh, it just hit me that this is just depressing because I know her fate. I still don't know what became of them as a couple because I do think it's odd we didn't hear anything from him during the funeral process, specifically in Shirley's episode. Oh my goodness, is that good for the ring? That's cute though. Are you someone who would enjoy an engagement in front of family and friends? Like a big spectacle in public, just close family and friends, or do you want it to be just you and them? Because I'm definitely a just you and me type of girly. She sees her. Oh, I wonder how often this has been happening. Of course she does because she's still going to the doctor for it. Oh man.
Control your breath.
He's so nice.
You did it.
Wow. Oh, I will cry. That's so cool to see that progress. And that's also interesting, like, I don't think the ghosts are in her mind, but she kind of just got through it and was able to break it out of it at the same time. So there is a psychological aspect, unless like the ghost can mess with your mind, and that's how it works. And it's not like they're physically showing themselves. They are just choosing to show themselves to you through your mind, and she's learning how to shut that down. That would make sense. But it's just really nice to see him so supportive and helping her through that.
Arthur doesn't start his UCLA job till June, so we'll have lots of time to spend with you guys.
Great.
Luke said he might move out there too.
He's following you west, huh?
That's twin thing.
It's a twin thing.
I wish he was here today.
I'm really upset Shirley sent him away.
Very nice. This is the best.
I don't know why right now, oh god, why is her face changing? I just want to stick to happiness just a little longer. Like, turn at the halfway mark of the episode. Can we at least get, like, around here before it starts getting depressing? That would be great. But also, for some reason, the fact that in Shirley's episode, in her, like, living spit area, Nathan Scott from One Tree Hill just appeared for a second and, like, toasted her and then disappeared. And I just remembered that, and I'm still confused, and that's all. Oh, she's seeing her mom. Same routine. It's probably good to keep it a routine. No. Don't. God, I thought she was gonna run at me or something. No.
He was dead.
It's
He
for
was dead
real.
and she was back.
Mrs. Dudley, look what I found.
A cup of stars. Well, I'll be. It's beautiful. Her mom owned this house, Mrs. Hill. This was her room, actually.
Oh.
Hazel. Her name was Hazel. Once they've trapped you into being like everyone else, you'll never see your cup of stars again.
Oh. Okay. Mrs. Dudley is interesting. I really hope that the Dudleys get their own episode because I see just different sides of this woman every time. Oh.
We have a very, very important job. We take care of the house.
Well, obviously
takes
she
care of
didn't do
us.
that. I want the mom to believe
So why
her.
would you do that?
What happened?
Would you like to tell your sister what you did?
I didn't. She says she didn't.
I have a steel poker in my head, and my daughters are trashing my...
The mom seems to be unraveling with more and more time in this house. Her migraines seem to be getting worse. I mean, when we first saw her, she seemed to be the image of like a perfect mom, and now she is more agitated all the time. Come home, Nell. That's so weird. There's like this recurring theme throughout the show where the ghosts or whatever is telling the children to come home. And it's happening in the present too, like with the Forever House model light flickering on and with the ghost of the mom telling Luke, literally, come home to me. I'm noticing it, but I don't know where all that is going exactly. Unless it's like the ghost summoning them to die. That is what happened to Nell. Like she was forced to come home to Hill House and then come home to death. To be with the ghosts.
Okay, so here it is.
Do
I
we-
need to get well before I go in. You get well. One this time, you get to kind of go through the gates and you get to kind of get it out of your system.
Just one more.
He's just not going to sell to me. But
You're asking
he doesn't
now.
know you. So it's just you and me. That's it.
Oh, the manipulation.
I just need to get well one last time, just
yours.
Get well. The way he's putting it. You mean get high. Don't say get well.
Okay.
Yikes. Okay. Just completely unmedicated now?
How is this new medication working for you? Any issues?
Nope, not at all.
It's great.
When we start lying to professionals, that's not a good path.
Nellie, I don't want to.
You said you. Hey! The fuck! Nellie! Anything? Jesus, no! All right?
You really can't feel anything. I can feel him here sometimes.
I am feeling serious fucking concern.
You can't live like this.
Yeah. Gotta move on at some
Jesus,
point.
when was the last time you cleaned? I've got your back. But I also have my limits.
Only with us, never with yourself. You've never cared about anyone more than yourself. And that's sad.
It's interesting. The complexity of these characters shines through in a moment like this where we've gotten to know Theo already. We've sympathized heavily with Theo. We like Theo. And then calling her selfish, somebody who only cares about herself, I immediately want to go, no, that's not true, because selfish is like, it's a negative thing to say about somebody. But if you think about what we have seen of Theo, that's like a mean way to put it, but she does kind of put herself first and do what she needs to do. She's very independent. And I guess in a heated argument, you can turn that into you're selfish. But I don't know, I just really appreciate, that moment just made me appreciate the complexity of the characters. And that's all.
Have you or your siblings been back to Hill House since '92?
No.
Look, I'm thrilled you guys came.
Everyone
out for
just
the
cares
reading
about
today,
Hill
but I'm
House.
really here to talk about Alcatraz.
No, I hate that. I hate when people are like successful. And I see this more with musicians. I guess in actors too. I've not seen it in an author's context, but it wouldn't surprise me. Where they're successful, especially like blew up with this one thing, and then people always want to ask them about that one thing, but they've done other work since, and then they get frustrated. They're like, I'm not going to talk about that. I've done something new. And like, I get where they're coming from, because it's frustrating. You want to progress as a human being, as an artist of whatever you're doing, but give the people what they want. They're supporting you and they enjoy the one thing. Just keep talking about the one thing, and then also continue to talk about the new things. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to get triggered.
Do you keep in touch with your father?
Again, I'm not going to answer questions.
That's too personal.
I'm so glad you're here.
Why do you keep lying to these people?
Oh no.
You sell tickets for the privilege, and yet you don't believe in any of it.
Nell.
And you tell me I'm crazy. And then you tell our stories.
Yeah.
My stories. The same stories that you told me were just dreams. You know, you're supposed to protect me.
You don't get to just start smashing up our lives because you're transitioning into a new treatment, Nell.
I drove to Ojai, and I called him out.
Oh, she looks
in front of all of
manic.
his little
She's
fans.
getting to be manic.
The problem is that you haven't confronted your past. Every time we
Oh my God.
talk about your mother
Oh
or
my
your
God.
childhood, it always comes back to...
So, so he told her to confront, she thinks, he told her to confront Steven, so she confronted Steven. Now he's saying she needs to confront her past. Is that why she physically goes back to Hill House, like we saw at the beginning? Because of this? Is this the catalyst? A starry cup. A starry cup, you're kidding. Well, we know what's about to happen, somewhat. Oh God, I'm scared. It's gonna show me the details. Oh, I got so confused for a second. That was a cool transition though.
I have to go back to the house and get Mommy.
Is he for real?
I'll be right back, I promise.
Dad woke me up, carried me out. I'm not sure what I do. Did you see anything? Mommy looked hurt.
She fell on the floor.
Where?
By the
Or
landing?
in the red room.
Oh, in the red room.
What?
Having a tea party with Abigail and Mommy.
How? The red room's locked.
Oh, it has stayed locked all this time? I thought maybe by this night, because I don't know how much time passed between them moving into the house and figuring it out versus the last night. So when they hinted at the red room being locked, I thought that maybe eventually soon enough after moving in, they figured out how to open it, and that's what started all the extreme supernatural stuff. But all this time it's supposed to have been locked, but Luke was in there with Abigail and his mom. She's listing out 7 right now. Oh. Just don't look up. Just close your eyes. Luke?
You should get some sleep. You've had a rough night.
I was waiting for you.
I still am hung up a bit
I
on.
didn't know if you'd come back.
In Theodora's episode, we saw visions of Theodora seeing him being there being some abuse with him toward the mom. So I didn't really consider him killing her. Like maybe he thought she was a ghost and the house was messing with him, or I'm not sure.
I have to go with them now and answer some questions.
Yeah.
Your aunt Janet's flight gets in at, she should be here no later than 2 o'clock. See, so...
I was wondering where that compass came from. Or not compass, stopwatch.
2 o'clock.
And tapped it
You
twice.
hold on to this.
Holy shit.
Interesting. That's crazy. Waking up at 2 o'clock. It's like her environment is working with her to help her confront everything.
How are your brother and sisters doing? I've wondered since the book. How are they doing?
Oh my gosh. So cool that we're tying back into this.
I'm sorry. So...
I'm worried about Luke.
Yeah, that was Luke that she saw.
Have you talked to him?
I wonder why she saw Luke.
Call me.
Because obviously Luke saw Nell when she died. So did Steven. And she saw the ghost of Luke, but he's not dead. So like why? That would be crazy. I was thinking, is there a crazy twist where Luke has been dead? But then I was like thinking about Luke's episode and I just don't, he's interacted with too many people. I don't think that would be it. I don't know why she saw Luke. And she's gonna get worked up and try to confront the bent neck lady at Hill House, right? I just cannot wait I just want it to skip to the Hill House part.
Talk to Shirley. I know you're worried about Luke, but I called his rehab center.
Yep, I remember this.
Fine. He actually got his 90-day chip today, if you can believe that.
You know what's really interesting is I feel like she's been unraveling and getting worse and worse the past 90 days, while Luke has been getting better and better over the last 90 days. I don't know if that's a twin thing or what. How much time? It is 1 in the morning.
There's nothing wrong with going at night.
Oh my god.
There's a carcass in the woods.
Okay. Still, even if it is an innocent house, which it's not, why would you go at night? It's still gonna be creepy. Okay, so time to call Dad and go in there and find out what happened.
I love you, Daddy.
Are you okay?
At the beginning, oh my god, the porch light. I can't remember where in the timeline, you know how I mentioned that the porch light flashed on the little model of the home in Shirley's episode? Oh my god, someone's car alarm's going off outside and it scared me. No, I think that was after Nell's death, right? I was going to say, wouldn't it be crazy if the porch light on the model home was going off at the same time as this moment? That would be wild. But also, this kind of somewhat answers my question at the very beginning of the show where I was like, okay, they had this trauma in childhood at this house, and then they moved away, they became adults, and why now is the bent neck lady returning and all these other supernatural things happening? And I wonder if, like I said earlier, she was able to combat these ghosts getting into her mind by doing these practices, being in a healthy relationship, learning to breathe, squeeze, have a routine to sort out her mind and banish them out of her thoughts. And so I wonder if the supernatural forces kind of prey on the weak-minded ever since she went off her meds and obviously has been grieving her husband. If that is the reason why the ghosts have been able to creep into her mind again. When Shirley saw the ghost of their mom in the room where she was working on Nell's body, obviously that was a high stress situation. Her mind is not deteriorating. I don't know how else to put it, but she's kind of in a frazzled state, in a weak state of mind. She's not doing well emotionally, and that's when she saw a ghost. My only thing with that theory is Luke has been in a really weak state of mind for the longest time because of his drug use, and so if that where the case where the ghosts will creep in on them and cling to them and chip away at their minds when they have their defenses low and their mind is in a weak space. They would probably be getting to Luke a lot. And Luke would probably be talking about the supernatural a lot throughout his life and experiencing, you know, all of that. And we never really saw that being mentioned. Why are all the lights on? It's like ready for her to come.
Where have you been? It's almost bedtime.
This is
We
so
were gonna
strange.
have a tea party. Come on. She's over here.
Oh, God. Not the cut to us seeing what's really going on. So this is all in her mind, obviously, but physically, it's a creepy thing to see her being led around by no one.
Now you have to get dressed for bed. I have something you can wear. Middle drawer of my dresser.
Ugh. I love that they're going back and forth like this. It looks so eerie. Not that I need the reminder that this is what it really looks like, but it's nice to see the visuals.
You're expected.
This is so weird. I don't like it. Why? What? Okay, yeah, they're all in the wedding getup. This is weird. Why are they here? Well, I guess the children versions of themselves are showing themselves to her. I just want to know what's happening. Like, literally, physically, what is happening in her mind right now? Or in the supernatural plane. I guess any spirit can mimic anyone else's physical appearance, right? Okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with it's just the spirits messing with her mind. I thought maybe her mom was like stuck at Hill House because we know she died there and like that's really her spirit, like stuck in this loop and trying to get her children to join her so that she can live in this loop happily. But like I don't know, but I don't think that's it. I think it's just because anyone can be shown to her because they're all alive, you know what I mean?
I'm so sorry that we fought.
It's okay. That sucks. That was their last interaction, wasn't it?
You were right.
Mm-hmm. That's who she's dancing with. We saw her dancing before. She's dancing with him. Well, this is just depressing. And I'm scared. Still. Like, where is this going? We know where it's going. How is it getting there?
Come along. We're going to have a tea party.
Whoa. You mean the tea party that happened the night? Apparently in the red room?
Nellie.
Okay. Her turn to have the necklace.
It's yours now.
Did they find her? That's gonna be crazy. If in real life they found her with that necklace on. Oh. It wasn't the necklace, it was just the rope. Oh my God.
Wake up, sweetheart.
And that, Yeah, it's her. She's the bent neck lady. And the scream in that specific scene, because the scream in that specific scene. Okay, sorry, thoughts. The scream in that specific scene was heard by young Nellie, who went to the parents and was like, she screamed so loud. And I wonder if that older Nellie, when she died that way and she fell into those scenes, I wonder if that was actually happening in her mind and her mind was catching up to what has been done to her and who she is with us, where she's like, oh my God, I just killed myself. Oh my God, I am the bent neck lady. And her realizing it causes the scream. I don't know what's become of Nellie now. Like in the afterlife, like what's become of Nellie, because we saw her show herself to Luke and Stephen. I'm just not sure if that was really her spirit showing them that, or if there's some darker energy there that's projecting Nellie to them. Is she stuck falling like that, living as the bent neck lady in the afterlife? This has an interesting sense of almost time travel to it, because not exactly time travel, but a sense of fate. Because if Bent Neck Lady, aka Nellie, was showing herself to her younger self, that means her older self has already existed, already died, already become this ghost. And we're in sort of like a cycle of life in this show. That just is a really interesting thing to add on to this universe. Tell me what the next episode is called. Please, please, please be the dad's episode. 2 storms. I don't know what to take from that. Was it storming on both nights, on the night of the death of the mom and the night on the death of Nell? I don't think it was, but maybe it was. Because I just really want this next episode to show us what happened that night in the childhood Hill House. And I also want to see the dad go and confront what happened to Nellie in the present. Really great episode. I'm going to leave it at that, and we're watching this next one. But hold on, I'm not ready to go into the next episode. Let me talk about one more thing that just happened in that last episode before we move on. It's the fact that Nellie's death technically also is a part of the night of the mom's death. And I don't know what happened there. I don't know, because like the whole tea room in the red, or tea time in the red room with Luke and Abigail, and Nellie apparently too, and young Nellie saying that's not mom. The mom that we saw in this later version of the night from childhood, the later version being Nellie's death night, the mom in that is bringing Nellie to her death, killing Nellie, basically. So like that can't, of course, that can't be their real mom. Their real mom wouldn't do that. Nell, when she was younger, was like, that was not mom. So I just really need to see what exactly went down in the Red Room on that night. I need to see things from the mom's perspective. I didn't even think that maybe we could get a mom episode, because she's been dead the whole time, basically, other than flashbacks. But it would be great to have a mom episode instead of even, well, in addition to the dad episode. But it's just so interesting to me that those 2 nights tie in together, and both things seem to be happening in the same place at different times and kind of like corrupted each other. Like, do you get it? I don't even have the vocabulary to explain what I just watched. Okay, here we go. 2 storms. Another one where it's going into the intro straight away. I'm skipping the intro. It's beautiful, I'm sure. There's people who hate when people skip intros. Not me. I want to get to the meat. All right. It's taken so long to get here to this moment, but I'm happy we've taken our time and gone through the siblings, had our flashbacks, and now we're back to Nell's funeral.
She doesn't look like she's sleeping. She looks dead.
Mm.
I mean, she looks great. You did a really good job.
I mean, great job, but she's like looking super dead.
Did you connect with a florist for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's all set. I promise.
Hey, it's storming now. 2 storms. Maybe 2 storms is coming into play like as a double entendre, where there's a physical storm outside and then an emotional storm with the family at this funeral or something.
So Luke's fresh off the streets. We get to watch him come down. Flies across the country to puke on his dead sister.
Jesus, Theo. That's funny. Nellie was always trying to get all of us together in one place.
Yeah.
Even Dad.
And she managed it now.
Someone should have told her she didn't have to try this hard.
Hi.
The dark humor. I get it.
Pretty bad out there.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I really hope that Luke can stay strong through this and doesn't turn back to drugs.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
And if you're not ready, we'll just go back.
And there's so much pressure in this show to view the dead body. You don't have to. You don't have to.
That's her, Detective. Positive.
Good joke.
Positive ID. That's.
I get it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm scared to truly understand grief. What is that? Why are we seeing the mom? Why? He better believe in all this supernatural stuff by the end of the show. That's all I'm saying. Oh my god, she's looking scary. Let's not turn back again.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming down. Yeah, I know.
How long has it been since you've seen your kids, huh?
Sorry, I'm a little late.
What?
That's okay.
Is he seeing them like that right now?
Fine.
They're gonna be old again.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, okay, great shot, but unsettling. Why was that?
I'm just sorry that we have to be here under
these circumstances.
Neither can I. Look at them, they're all grown up.
What?
Hmm?
Who just spoke through?
Under these circumstances.
It's okay. Little baby Nell. Mm-hmm.
You did a...
Oh,
Thank you
Shirley.
for taking care of her. It's okay.
Left at your
It's
at
so,
the end.
oh, she's wiped a tear. It's interesting to see. Shirley doesn't get emotional, really. And so hearing a compliment from her father, seeing that get to her, makes sense. But it's hard to see her react that way. What did we just step into? We are gonna see, oh my god, oh my god. This is the night.
I don't know why it would fall. Where'd you go?
I don't know. I guess I was
We don't,
wondering. Maybe I was sleepwalking.
You were in the red room?
Someone broke the sanitier.
Chandelier. It just
Sanitier.
What the hell happened?
Oh my god.
What was that?
Sounded like a window, which is fine. So for every 5 seconds, that's 1 whole mile away. There. Okay, 1, 2.
2 miles.
No, okay, not quite. So. Okay, it's okay. It's just the power. It's just the power. The power went out. I'm right here, you guys.
So you guys okay?
Sometimes Mommy sees people here too, but they won't hurt
Yikes.
us, okay? They're not here to hurt us.
Are you sure we're safe? Like the roof isn't gonna explode or whatever?
You know what? This house has been here for a long, long time. It's gonna keep us safe.
Thought you hated this house.
3. See? It's moving away.
Yep.
What'd I tell you, Nellie?
That's
It's
comforting.
what storms do. They... Where's your sister?
She was right there. I was holding her hand the entire time.
Nellie?
The whole time I could feel like
Nellie?
Oh my god, why does it always wait, that was Theo, right? Yeah. Why are these things always happening to Theo? Honestly, maybe like, do you remember when Theo was playing with Luke and she let him be in the dumbwaiter and then supernatural forces took over. He went to the basement, was scarred by a monster. And then she felt so bad because she kind of felt somewhat responsible. And then in this situation, she was holding Nell's hand. And then because of supernatural situations, all of a sudden Nell's not there, even though she was holding her hand the whole time. Maybe this is why she's so independent. She just doesn't trust herself to take care of people, given everything that messed with her mind in the past.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be back in a bit. You guys stay here and stay away from the windows.
How about, okay, that's a decision.
Upstairs?
Both parents leaving the kids? What if another one goes missing?
Nell used to write letters to Santa. Didn't want to call him Santa, so she called him Mr. Claus. She thought Santa would be rude. That's not how you talk to grown-ups.
That's true.
You're my brother, Steve.
She would write for...
Wants a typewriter.
She would write for all the siblings.
We got you what you wanted, what she mentioned in those letters. She wrote me once a month, just telling me the amazing things going on with you guys.
You said Nellie wrote you a letter once a month. So maybe she mentioned something in one of her monthly letters.
Okay, we don't want to start
might
being...
have raised the flag.
No, don't start blaming. Don't start blaming.
See, we're all aware of how you like to hold back information when a family
That's true.
member
I would be
offs
suspicious.
themselves. So I'm just wondering if there's a little more you're not telling us.
You want to do this now, huh?
I know, it just feels like a wrong time and place type of thing, but...
I talked to her that night, and she was worried about a lot more than Luke.
It's interesting that he was the one to pick up. He's painted as the bad guy, but he picked up.
I don't need why do I need protection from the truth?
He's gonna finish the story of that night.
Well, you were happy enough to exploit all of us for some blood money. That's why none of us ever took your fucking money, Steve.
Oh, it's gonna come out.
Fucking drunk.
It's gonna come out that some of us took it.
You know what?
I took the money.
Cheryl. Yeah.
The royalties still haven't dried up. I am fucking glad that I took it.
Is it gonna come out that her husband took it too? Oh my god.
She's falling on the goddamn ground, and I'm embarrassing myself.
We took the money too.
Oh my god. Divorce. She's gonna divorce him.
Do you have any idea how much you've humiliated me?
Yeah, honey.
We're done here. Everybody out.
Do I really have to move out?
Oh my god.
Who did this?
What?
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 Are we all gonna see it, or is it in our mind?
What? You think this is
Oh my god, they Coraligned her?
Here.
hell?
Did you blow a fuse?
No, I've got a backup generator.
She just replaced all the light bulbs.
I'll check the library and the kitchen just to be sure. Be right back.
Never say be right back. Don't you watch horror movies? It's a death wish.
You in here?
She's not gonna die yet because when stuff goes down, Steven is like sleeping in his room, isn't he? And woken up by the dad and get taken away. I feel like we've not seen that person before. Or this one. No, she's like in a trance. Is she like in a trance now? Oh
Liv!
My god, okay. She gone now?
Liv! Hey!
I bet she's going to the red room.
Liv!
Whoa.
How the hell did you...
Nope.
Liv!
No, no.
Jesus!
Ew, no. Why are you on the ground?
Liv!
That's not her anymore. It's not her anymore.
I looked in the bedroom.
Is it hers again?
Are you okay?
What's wrong?
We're coming. Even I saw it. I think it was a big dog. It ran right through here.
The dog's barking.
Like this big wolf.
What in the world?
I just know
You're gonna leave me there? I don't... Bring me back to the night. I cannot. I need to know what happened.
Who do you think did this?
And why? Why buttons? Little button. Wait, didn't the mom call her like little button?
The bed neck bleeding. You think she was... I mean, this whole time. Yeah.
That's nice to hear. She was real.
She didn't do this to herself.
I'm happy that the dad has
Neither
come
did
to
Mom,
terms
did she?
with that. And has he known the whole time that the mom didn't?
Ellie didn't kill herself.
Luke,
She didn't.
Let's not do
She
this
didn't.
again. Just get it all out there.
Please, yeah. It's the night of truths.
Hear that from me.
You don't get it. You're the ghost. You are, Dad. I can see right through you.
You're a ghost. I can see right through you. It's kind of an iconic line.
Your problem is you think you know what happened that night. My problem is that the wrong parent died. 1, 2, let's go.
This show is starting to drain me. I don't like people fighting. I just want us to talk. Are you f***ing kidding? There he is again. Who is the... Did she cheat?
Shirley.
Where did you go?
I was here. I was right here. I was screaming and shouting and none of you could see me. Why couldn't you see me? I thought they took you. I'm so glad you're okay.
Come on.
I'll let you go again. Never again. I promise. I was right here the whole time. None of you could see me.
You know a show is doing something right when it gets you to cry. I think based on the comments, I made it a bit farther than others. I don't even know exactly. I don't know. I think for this one, I know how I get. I don't like trying to talk when I'm crying. For this one, I want to stop the video now and then do a bit of a longer intro for the next reaction so I can like think properly about this episode and like talk about it in a normal voice. But if you cried for episode 5 and you can put into words why, I would love to hear it. Great episode though. Great show. It's beautifully done. I'm just gonna see you guys next time.